All right, guys. So this is going to be a different video um, than my normal content. Uh, I've had a really bad day mentally, um, and I think I owe it to my audience and to anyone who's just watching in general who comes across this uh, to be vulnerable and to speak about the lessons and the perspectives and experiences I've had as a young man in society. And for all the young men out there who might be dealing with pain, struggle, mental health, aspiration, judgment, anything, I think if you stick around for this video for a few minutes, 30 minutes, I think that you'll walk away from this with a little bit of a better perspective on the fact that you're not alone and how the world is seen from your eyes and mine, you know? So that's the premise of what I want to get across here. And I hope, this message lands on you the right way. And I hope I'm able to, use my dialogue to express truly what I mean and also, help you grow in any way you can as a young man. So today I slept for 2 hours last night, and I kept going through all the Epstein files. But beyond that, I dove so deep into the religious part of it, right? Because I'm a saved Christian. Jesus Christ is my Savior. And the farther I dove into it, I noticed how the school systems were rigged by Satanists. The world leaders right now are corrupted by Satanists. They are Satanists. Times are very, very rough. And I'm a victim of it. When I say that, I mean, I'm a very negative mindseted person, and my outlook on life for the most part is pretty negative. I can't lie. I may present like I have, things figured out, and I have a good grasp, but I'm pretty glass half empty type person. I can't lie to you. And consuming all of these just horrible rituals, beliefs, situations, experiences throughout history last night and just in the past month, I had a bad day today, and it was because I was very scared and just upset with the whole point of life, if I'm being honest. Like, I told my girlfriend just earlier, I was like, talking to her a little bit about it, and I was like, I said, I want to go home. I want this to be over. I don't really want to do this anymore. It's horrible. It's evil. This is horrible. And what's weird about that is for the longest time in my life, I pretty much had that mindset, from growing up, even through high school to after high school for the past 5 years. I did have that mindset, but not as bad as what it felt like today. I think young men today in America, across the world, are hopeless, are a victim of comparison because of social media, are set with this expectation of being a grown man and providing financially, emotionally, physically, and the standard and the bar is set very high for us in 2026. And I think we didn't get, dealt the best hand as other generations were dealt. And not to say I had bad parents or anything, but I think those generations didn't teach us much about how to handle it. I think they were pretty self-guarded, and they kept to themselves, and they kept their problems to themselves. And as a result, we have kind of been left stranded and abandoned to fend for our own life and to figure it all out in probably one of the worst times of human history. So the thing that we tend to look over, that I look over all the time, is the little things in life, because they're very hard to see nowadays, you know? Eating good food with your friends, watching the sunset, uh, spending valuable time with your family, with your girlfriend. Um, we tend to look over that because of that bar that was set for us of society. We're so worried about fulfilling everyone else's expectations and conforming to society of what the standard has been set, that that's all we worry about. And I think it's led us into this state of solitude and depression. Now, what I've noticed is, after a lot of reflection, there's two ways you can go about this in life. You can either let it eat you alive and drown in it. And honestly, when I say drown in it, I think you understand what I'm saying when I say that. It's pretty simple. Or you can take it for what it is and decide that you're not going to conform to society. You're not going to live by the world's expectations, and the unfair hand we were dealt, you're not going to deal with it. You're going to set your own standard as a young man and be a man of your word. Treat women with respect. Don't talk shit behind your friends' backs. Be loyal to the people who love you, who you love. And try to really experience the little things. And even when I say that out loud, I struggle with that all the time. Naturally, I'm a good friend to my friends. I'm loyal to a fault. But when it comes to being present for the little moments, I really, really struggle with that, because I'm always thinking about how to meet this standard and conform to the standard of society that's been set for us. And enjoying the little moments, I struggle with that as well, because I get to this point where I'm like, what's the point? What's the point in all this? Everything's so evil and negative out here. What is the point of all this? I don't get it. We feel lost. We feel confused, and we feel hopeless. And this is coming from someone who at 23 years old has a pretty fruitful life. If you can look at my view and you can look at my page and my Instagram, I'm all right. But I still feel like this. And I think that's because that bar is so high, it won't ever be met. $1 million, $5 million, I don't think it'll ever fulfill us. And we'll never feel like we met that standard in all those phases of life, financially, physically, spiritually, emotionally. So how we go about it, in my opinion, from my reflection of my own life and how I can assume you feel too, is to live your life, your uniqueness, your special traits, what you find joyful. Live that. And don't conform. Don't give in. Don't worry about the comparison and the judgment. Because you'll never get there. You'll never satisfy it, and you'll never satisfy yourself. Therefore, like I said, you can either drown or you can live yours. I think, it's hard to say. I think a lot of young men today, I'll tell you what it is. You either went to college and you're jealous of the people that are online making money that didn't go to college. And maybe those guys that didn't go to college and made money online are jealous that they don't have stability or overlook the little moments in life. Some of you guys maybe didn't go to college and you work a blue collar job, and you've now been in the real world for a few years, and you think, this is it? This is all there is? This is my life? This sucks. And then I think there's those guys that are out of college, have a white collar job or a normal job, 9 to 5, whatever. And they're like, this is it. This sucks. A lot of you guys probably think, the women suck, that the bar's too high, that, the standard they've set is unfair. And my life to, my desire and dream, because we all share the same dream. I firmly believe every young man has the same dream, which is have a good wife, have a good marriage, have a big family, live a happy life. I think all of us want that. And I think that dream is fading in this country and in this world. So we've acknowledged that now, right? Through this video, we've all acknowledged this is where we're at. All 5 different ways you can go as a young man from the age of 18 to age 28. And so I think the light at the end of the tunnel for you is to do not conform and do not live by the standards of the society and the judgment that's been placed on you. I think you need to hone in on your uniqueness and what makes you joyful. I've said this to a lot of my friends, if you want to talk about women. The right woman will find you. You do not need to search for her. And I'll tell you why. If you live this life chasing tail and searching for that perfect girl, you never became perfect yourself. Now, when I say that, you'll never be perfect, but you never tried to improve every aspect of your life so you could be the best man possible to be able to find that woman that meets your uniqueness and your value. So if you want that dream life I just talked about, you have to live yours for a little bit, bro. You have to understand the only escape we have and the only hope we have left is to hone in on us and yourself. Buy into you. Love you and care about you. I know I didn't care about me for a long time, and I degressed a lot. And as a result, it left me very hopeless and in a lot of pain. And my life didn't somewhat go in a positive trajectory when it comes to money, spirituality, physicality, and romance until I really bought in on myself and my life. What does that look like, though? It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing to grasp. It's going to sound gay. It's going to sound stupid. But it looks like journaling the things that you are grateful for about yourself. Thinking of the positive attributes that you have. Loving yourself and taking care of yourself. Investing in you. Stop investing in this world. Because we just established that this world, you'll never be able to satisfy it. So stop investing in it. Invest in you, bro. Your physicality, your relationship with God, your emotional state and your mental health, bro. That's the biggest thing. Like, this world has just fried our fucking brains, bro. Fried it. And if you can try your best to really establish a good mind frame and identity in who you are and what makes you feel warm, you need to pursue that every day before you worry about a woman or anything else, bro. Because you'll never meet it, like I said. So the only way for us to escape is to live yours. I watch a lot of videos on YouTube. God, my YouTube For You page is so good right now. It used to be a lot about business. Now it's a lot about just being a man. If you've ever seen those clips of that guy, kind of sits like this. I low-key mimicked him. He's like an old man, and he always sits like in a field or in the woods, redneck dude, and he just talks about being a man and being a good man. I've watched a lot of videos like that, a lot of sermons from preachers talking about what it means to be a godly man, a lot of fatherly videos, a lot of long-form content, and I've consumed a lot. And I even go back to the old people like Jim Rohn, Bob Proctor, Napoleon Hill, those guys that talked about success, manlyhood, this, that, and the other. And there's a contrast between those two areas of YouTube. The old guys make it sound easy. They say, you know, work hard, be a good man, it'll all work out for you. The new guys say kind of what I'm saying. This is reality, and this is the hand you were dealt. This is what you can do with it. And it's a lot of the similar things that I've already said in this video. I recommend you look into the new guys, because the old way, while it can definitely increase your knowledge and your perspective, it doesn't quite pertain to what the world you live in now is. The new guys kind of understand that more, even though they're older men. So we talked about how you can escape this society. Now, what does that look like for you in 20 years? Because you don't want to do it the wrong way and be 50, 60, 70 and feel like you didn't live a fruitful, good life. So to me, because I am you, it looks like I said, living a life uniqueness to you, bro. Get to the age of 60, be a good friend, be loyal, invest in yourself, be a good man to that woman that will find you if you value yourself first, and provide to whatever standard you and your family and wife need to feel fulfilled. You don't need everything. You don't. And I'm slowly figuring that out, because again, it will never be enough. You just need what's good for you. Close your eyes for 1 minute. Picture your life right now from a third body perspective, outside of your body perspective. What does it look like today? I bet you're a little regretful. I bet you're a little lost. I bet you're not where you wish you could be. Keep your eyes closed. Now picture it in 20 years. Exactly where you want to be. The exact house, the exact wife, the exact family, the exact lifestyle, the car, the peace, your physical appearance, everything that you think will fulfill and live up to your standard that's specific to you. Now open your eyes. Whatever was the change and the difference between where you are now to that dream life you just envisioned, that's what I mean by invest in you. Whatever actions it takes to get from A to B, that's what you have to do every day. You don't have to do too much. You don't have to do everything. You don't have to be everything. I want to talk about God to you guys. I think a lot of you guys feel like God isn't present for you because of the hand we were dealt and of the life you were given unfairly. You think things didn't play out in your favor, therefore God must not like me. I know I felt like that for a long time. But the truth is, God, Jesus, loves you more than anybody, bro. We are him. See, the one thing that we have that the women don't is we're men, just like Jesus was. Every verse in the Bible says man, 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 man. We live as a species, we are mankind. You are everything. You are the world. You are yourself. You make everything go round. Hone in on that. Believe that. It's so weird because I've been everywhere, it feels like. And I know I got many places to go, but like, I've done drugs. I've been to the nightclubs in LA, nightclubs in Miami, nightclubs in Dallas, nightclubs in Atlanta. I've lived the dark life, the partying, the sex, all that stuff. I've lived the contrasts. I've lived the holy life, which is the struggle, the pain, the structure, the security, the selflessness. They're both really hard, bro. Your life's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. But that's why it's important, which I'm learning, as a young man, you have to focus on what fulfills you and live yours. I refuse to get to that age of 50 and look back and say, damn, I lived everybody else's life, not mine. Bro, that's what life sounds like for a bro. Ripping a Harley, hair in the wind, freedom. That's what it is. Lucky the rapper, which I don't know why this video hits so hard. I'm going to say a few references that I know you guys have seen, but Lucky the rapper has this one video clip where he's like, avoid pretty girls, avoid the parties, and be able to look back at yourself and realize you're proud that you were yourself when everybody else was being themselves, or you were yourself when everybody else was being everybody else. That's what you need to be trying to strive for. In a room full of people conforming to society and mimicking each other, be you. Stand on your ground and what you believe in and what you find joy in. Or else you're going to be that regretful man that's 50 that lives society's terms and life. Because you don't get any time back. You don't get experiences back. You don't get the little moments back. And God has everything to do with it. I've got a lot of money for my age, and I thought it was all by my doing and my efforts. And I realize now that it's all God. And you have to realize the same thing, bro. You're still breathing. That's because of Him. You still have food. That's because of Him. You still have a bed. That's because of Him. It's not because of you. Be thankful for that. Be thankful for Him. When we talk about judgment and fear of conforming to society, you conform because you're scared of judgment. But there's only one judge, and it's Him. If you're good with Him, nothing else matters. For God is with me, so who shall be against me? Simple as that. Simple as that. I've talked to a lot of people. Old successful men, old miserable men, young successful men, young miserable men, men with money, men with no money. I've been in those shoes. We all have the same brain. It's negative. It's hopeless because of this world that this world has become, what this world has become. And you can only get through it by living yours. I've repeated that 7 times now because that's what this video is. Live true to you, bro. I've done this a few times in the past few weeks. Do this for yourself. Think about who you were when you were 7, 8, 9 years old. That kid. The purest version of yourself. Before the SVJs in Miami on TikTok, before the Epstein files, before the government, before the girls, before anything. Who were you? Who were you when you were at your purest form? Picture that and think very, very deep and hard about that and who you were. It's who you are now. That's still inside of you. This is a weird thought to think about. Your heart has been with you forever. Your fingers have been with you forever. You have the same exact heart that you had when you were that 7-year-old boy that was pure. Think about that. And think about how you feel about that. Hone in on that.
They got plugs out here?
Plugs?
Yeah.
I think the outlets are in there. Yeah, yeah. Helping a brother out. Hey, but he looks good though, bro. He got a pizza in his hand, a beer by himself. That's what it is, bro. I had a bad day today. I wanted to share my vulnerability with you guys and how it feels as a man in 2026, as a young man. You don't have to be everything. You don't have to conform to become everything. You just got to be you, bro. If you can be you, you'll be fine. And you will have that dream life. Money won't make it for you. I saw a video of this guy. It's a clip in Dubai, and it's this like 20-year-old clip. It's weird. This Australian dude's talking about money. He puts a $20 bill on the table, and he's like, "What does that $20 bill do?" He's like, "I'll buy you a Snicker bar, or whatever." Puts a $100 bill on the table. He's like, "What can that get you? Nice dinner." Puts 10,000 on the table. He goes, "What can that get you?" He goes, "Oh, a car." And he goes, "Cool." It can get you those things, but does that money care about you? And you think about it, and you go, "Well, no." He goes, "No, it's just a piece of paper. It's just a little dollar bill. It doesn't care about who you are. It doesn't care about you. It'll blow away in the wind and leave you. Why do you care about it so much? Why do you care about it so much, Tommy? Why do you let it hold you and ruin you so much and put all this pressure on you? It doesn't care about you. You need to care about you. God cares about you. I care about you. It's the beauty of humanity. There's a quote in the movie Troy from Brad Pitt. I'm thinking of all these movies and these recollections that have came to me. He's talking to this girl, and she goes, whatever about the gods are to be respected, the great gods. And he goes, "Let me tell you something that they'll teach you in your temple. The gods are envious of you. The gods are envious of humans because you're mortal. Because any moment might be your last. That's what makes life so beautiful. That's the truth." Think about your parents. I'm sure you love them. Someone in your life you love, that's your family. What if I gave you $100 million today and they died tomorrow? Would you give all that money back to have them back? The answer is yes. That's why money doesn't matter. People matter. Relationships matter. You matter. To escape society and to escape 2026 in the future, you have to live yours. Buy into you. Buy into the little boy you were and the pureness of you. If you do that, the stress and relief will go away. The stress and pressure and comparison will vanish, and you'll get there. But if you don't buy into you, you will end up conforming to what society wants you to be. And don't listen to anybody else, bro. If you don't agree with me, don't listen to me. That's one thing I'm good at. I don't listen to anybody. People say that's arrogant. People don't know who I was when I was 7. They don't know who I am. I don't know who you are. Don't listen to the government. Don't listen to your parents. Don't listen to everything. Listen, but take it with a grain of salt. Because any lesson doesn't mean jack if it's not pertaining exactly to who you are, if you know who you are. You can take perspectives from people and implement it into your life, but you don't have to listen. Do what you want to do. Live yours. I think of this Michael Beasley TikTok edit that I've seen a lot, and it's resonated a lot with me. I wonder if you've seen it. He says, "Some days I wake up and I'm Michael Beasley. Some days I wake up and I can't find him." That's all of us, bro. Some days I wake up and I'm Tommy, and some days I wake up and I don't know where he's at. You got to try to find him every day. Dig deep into that 8-year-old version of yourself every day, Tommy. What do you like? What what feels good to you? What makes you unique? You gotta find it every day, bro. And hone in on it and live it. It's the only way you can win. The only way you can get to the dream life and the final destination and get to the age of 60 and feel fulfilled in your fucking life. I'm getting emotional saying this, dog, because it's so imperative. And I want young men to flourish in this life because we're mankind. We are God. You don't have the power of him. He is the ruler. But we're man. We're the men. I'm on the 15th floor. Do you think women built this building? I'm not a sexist or misogynist. I'm talking to the men. We made this. Men go to war. Men die. Your job is to live yours, provide, be unique to yourself, and die. Have you really grasped that? That you're going to die? Where are you going to go? That's why it's important to get right with God. Where are you going to go? Because you will die. And when you accept that you will die, now you can decide what life you're going to live and who you're going to be. I hope this hits well for you guys. And I hope you really, really, really understand what I'm saying. And if you listen to the whole thing, thank you. And I hope you get something from it. And I hope this doesn't just be another video you watched. I hope you live it and live yours. Be thankful to be here. Live yours. Hone in on who you are. Invest in you. And you will be fine. I'll catch you guys in the next one.